Hi everyone, I'm Johniibo, and welcome to Port This to the Switch, where I recommend games that I would like to see get ported to the Nintendo Switch system. I will try to be as realistic as possible, but Witcher 3 somehow was able to work on there, so there isn't much holding back any game from potentially running on the system. This video will focus on the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. The Resident Evil 2 remake was released in 2019 to high critical acclaim. Resident Evil 3 remake was released in 2020 and saw some mixed reviews, but were overall positive. Each game has been commercially successful, with the Resident Evil 2 remake selling 6.5 million copies and the Resident Evil 3 remake selling 2 million copies in a little over a week. Now, Capcom has had a long relationship with Nintendo, including a history with the Resident Evil series. Back in the GameCube era, there was a deal between Capcom and Nintendo called the Capcom 5, where Capcom would release 5 games exclusively on the GameCube system. 3 of those games were from the Resident Evil series, those being Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Remake, and Resident Evil 4. The original Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 were actually ported to the GameCube as well. So why does it make sense to port the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 to the system? Well, currently Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Remake, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Revelations 1, Resident Evil Revelations 2, and in some capacity Resident Evil 7 are all on the Nintendo Switch system. Now, Resident Evil 7 is available in Japan through the streaming service that is on the Switch. It is currently not available outside of Japan. There are only a few gaps in the main series, and those are Resident Evil 2 and 3. Having access to all of the main series Resident Evil games would be awesome. Not only does it just make sense to have the complete series on the system, but the gameplay itself would be perfect on a portable system. If you're not familiar with the series, there are safe rooms that act as checkpoints. The remakes are generous with these checkpoints, so it would make it easy for the player to play from checkpoint to checkpoint in short bursts. From my experience, the safe rooms are approximately 15 minutes apart. Now, don't get me wrong, the graphics are great and the game looks amazing on the Xbox One X system, which is the system that I played the remakes on. However, I believe they can be downscaled to fit in with the system. Take Doom 2016 for example. That game looks gorgeous in 4K, but it looks pretty decent on the Switch as well. The game had to deal with 60 FPS. Resident Evil doesn't need to deal with the 60 FPS, so it can focus more on the graphical fidelity. Finally, there are not that many notable horror games on the Switch. There are games like Outlast and Alien Isolation, which are good, but there needs to be more. I have played both of the remakes and can confirm that you will have a pit in your stomach the whole time while playing. This may be selfish because I'm a huge fan of the Resident Evil series, but admittedly I don't own all of the Resident Evil games on the Switch, but that is because I think they are way too expensive for how old they are. I would 100% buy these games if they came to the Switch, so please Capcom, port the remakes of Resident Evil 2 and 3 to the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to thank you all for watching. Please let me know in the comments below of any other games that you would like to see ported to the Switch. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. I'm creating content literally everywhere, so follow Johniibo on Twitter, TikTok, Mixer, and Instagram, and also subscribe to the Game Pack here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you all next time.